I've been wanting this buck for so long now. It's not even funny. The number one question that I've been getting a lot lately is, when am I going to do a live stream? And honestly, I was going to do one today, but my espresso machine maker broke. And I don't drink coffee anymore because it was giving me headaches. So that's kind of why I didn't stream today. But you guys probably don't care about that. Anyways, today we're going to be using the 3030 lever action for some mule deer. So we're back out here on Parque Fernando and we're looking for some muleys, but honestly I don't know if we've ever hunted a mule deer with the 3030 lever action rifle before. Well, today's probably going to be our first time ever. But before we head out there, I do want to stop at the target range real quick because we haven't really shot the 3030 lever action in quite some time. So we're going to take a shot at about 100 yards out here and see how we can do. Okay. We just ran into a couple of decent Mealy Bucks out here. They're about 130 out, and it's really hard to see what's all in there, but I can definitely see two different bucks. One right there, it's decent, and there's another one right back there, and that's a big buck. That is a real big buck. He's right in the back behind that tree there. We got a decent wind. We're gonna try and call him out and see if it works, but if it doesn't, we're gonna have to try and sneak up and get a little bit closer, but take a look at how wide that buck is right there. Wow. Unfortunately, the only thing that does lure them in is the bleat, and the bleat doesn't really go past like 100, 150 yards, so hopefully we can get their attention. If not, like I said, we're gonna have to put the sneak on them. Ooh, I see movement. I see a lot of movement here, guys. Got a dilute doe there. Another doe there. Bunch of does. Where's all the bucks? Well, it looks like the buck did not move. He's still sitting out there right exactly where he just was. So we're gonna have to keep on calling and hope that he comes out. Alright, so we're coming around the ridge here and we got a bunch of does right on top of us. That whole entire herd of does decided to trot back towards us here. So we're gonna have to be careful of them, but luckily we still have a pretty decent wind. Now, a lot of people ask me how long it takes to make the videos that I make, and I told them it depends on how the animals cooperate. Well, in this case here, we've been calling for like 15 minutes now, and the bucks could care less about coming into the call. So basically, that's going to extend the time for me about like 30 to 40 minutes longer than what normally it would happen if they actually would come into the call like they're supposed to. Well, we finally got in range, and we're about 50 yards out from our big buck. Actually, is that even the right buck? There's two of them right there, and I can't even tell which one's the big one. Okay, so that's actually like a level 3, kind of a smaller buck. But these two here are both beautiful muleys. Beautiful bucks. They're quartering a little bit, and I would like them to get a little more broadside, but honestly, I definitely want that buck first. We don't really have very much cover right now, but I think what we're going to do is put out some calls and hope that that buck turns broadside. Come on. There we go, there we go, there we go. Both right there. Here they come, here they come. That's not the right buck. Where's the buck? Where did they go? Did they loop around? Doe. Small buck. They never came in. There's the big buck. There's the big buck right there. It's a big one. We just doubled up, guys. Heck yes, we just doubled up. And we got one piled up right there, and the other one should be going too far. Whew. That's actually going to be a 212.5, and that's the second buck that we took, so that's not actually the biggest buck, but you can see if he did have both of his racks the same, he probably would have scored like 230, and he definitely would have been a goal, but we ended up pulling off a perfect hard shot and a left lung at 46 yards on that blonde Mealy Buck. Now, the first one ran off that way as well. Let's see if we can't get on his track. We got some more blood here. It's looking pretty good. He shouldn't be going too much further than this, but he's running quite a ways. Got some more blood here. And a tiny bit of blood right here. We'll have to slow down here now because he really shouldn't be too much further away. Man, I knew these muleys would be tough, but I didn't know they'd be this tough. This sucker ran about 180, maybe even 200 yards, but here lays our first huge Mealy Buck down with a 3030 lever action. He's got an incredible rack. I really like this buck. Super realistic, and it's definitely a giant. It should be like a 230, probably 240s. Let's take a picture of him and let's pick him up. That's gonna be a 241 gold. We made a right lung shot at 32 yards out with a 30-30 lever action rifle. Oh, okay, so we actually hit that shoulder blade. That's why it kind of slowed it down a little bit. But either way, definitely took him down, and he ran 297 yards. That is how far he ran with a single lung shoulder blade hit and the 30-30 lever action rifle. But a pretty awesome shot at 32 yards away, and that's our first giant Mealy Buck down. All right, I want to head over to the next spot now, and as we're doing that, I want to show you kind of where we just got those two nice Mealy Bucks at. We're over here by the north end of the map by Bose Muerto, and basically I just went to this little point right here, and we spotted a couple of Mealies over here, but then I looked over here and I saw a bunch of does coming around, and the buck, well actually there was 5 bucks right here at about 10:30 in the morning. We got another Mealy Buck here. He's not a giant, but he's a decent buck. The only thing is though, right behind, there's something big and black, and that is a very aggressive water buffalo. So we're gonna have to be careful of that. But let's try and take this shot at about 140 right here. I held for the front shoulder, hoping we would get double lung, but I don't know if we got it. That water buffalo never even spooked. Wow. We got so lucky. But either way, I definitely want to take down this water buffalo here because then we'll feel a little bit more safe. And that should take him down pretty quick. I don't even know if that was a male or a female or what it was, to be honest, but it looks like a pretty good shot. Yeah, it was. He's gonna float back over to us. I mean, how perfect is that? He's literally gonna float right to us. And here comes our water buffalo. It actually looks like it could be a decent one. It could definitely be a decent water buffalo, but the fact that it floated all the way across to us is kind of perfect. It is a decent one. Ended up getting a 101 yard left lung liver stomach shot and a 141 gold water buffalo right there. That's kind of cool. And now we'll be able to get over there safely to get our other buck down. But, oh, let's grab our arrow too. But here lays our Mealy Buck that we took down at 140 yards. Looks like we just clipped the top of the lung there. He still ran 140 yards, but we did get him, and a 201 mule deer. I'm pretty sure you can use a 30-30 lever action on the black buck, and we have a pretty solid buck out here at about 140 out. So we're gonna try and get to maybe 100 yards and see if we can't take the shot. That's definitely him. He's about 100 yards out. Let's see if we can't get on him. That's the biggest black buck we've seen in quite a while. It's right there. Oh, I could have taken that shot. Come on, turn back, turn back. We're going for it. I think we smoked him. I held for the front shoulder and the heart, and that should have connected. That's a pretty good sign right there, a vital hit, and that's an even better sign right there. The fact that here he is piled up right here. He ran maybe like 40 yards, and he's a pretty solid black buck indeed. Let's pick him up. A 26.2 score in gold. We ended up getting a right lung shot at 96 yards out with a 30-30 whitlock. Pretty cool. And we smoked that one. Left lung at 108 yards and a 25.8 gold. Last time we saw that same exact muley and he trotted off that way. We ended up tracking him for quite a ways, but we never did find him. I thought we found him, but we actually in fact found a different mule deer. That's kind of like a whitetail looking buck there. Look at that. Kind of interesting. This big old buck does not want to come in. I don't know why. You might want to move though. Thank you. He's coming in. You gotta be kidding me. Unbelievable. Here he comes. Look at the size of that buck. I've been wanting this buck for so long now. It's not even funny. And we got him right there, about 50 yards out from us. Get off this track. That would be nice, wouldn't it? There we go, there we go, there we go. Look at that beautiful muley. Holy. Wow, he's coming in super, super close. We got him. Yeah, that was pretty close. Luckily, we went open sights. I zeroed in for 50 and held for the bottom of the heart. But take a look at that beautiful, majestic buck right there. What a huge muley. Whew. He was actually so close that my heart started beating pretty fast. But let's take a cool picture of him. That's going to be a 267 gold. We ended up getting a left lung and a perfect heart shot at 6 yards away. Whew. That is a beautiful buck. That's definitely a giant. I thought he was going to be bigger. Honestly, I thought he'd be like 300, but you know what? That is still a beautiful muley. And to be able to go open sights with him at about 6 yards away is kind of incredible. It's kind of cool. I was just watching the video where we saw this giant muley at about 350 yards out on the trot, and I'll show you right now. Holy, look at what we just found. That's a giant Mealy Buck. And here he is finally up on our wall in our trophy lodge, and man, does he look incredible. We managed to get him at about 6 yards away with a 30-30 lever action rifle. But anyways, that's gonna be it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.